This is my retarded van. Yes, you heard that right, retarded. So it is running retarded and it has caused an issue. So what we're going to do is today, we're just going to go through and tell you why having your pump timing is really important. And it is genuinely important because what's happened is I've had a long-term issue on this where the diesel idler on the pump timing side, the diesel idler is cross-threaded, and I've just bodged it up as a temporary fix, you know. So I've got a time circuit to do. Now, because it's been running retarded and I have continued to use it, it's caused another issue. And that other issue is that on injector 2, the little copper washer has blown by and it's no longer sealing. So I have filmed quite a few little clips. So we'll run through those little clips and then we'll come back here, and I think once I've got the injector back on, we'll attempt doing that pump timing and getting this sorted out. So I think the best way of doing it is to get it pumped, is to get the engine at TDC, and then we'll just take all the pump timing off, and then we'll reset the pump timing with the DCI gauge, and then we'll get Matt round from JVS and he'll whack it up to his VAGCOM, and then we can make sure that it is all running perfectly. Right, because I don't want to drive this again now. We'll start it up until I've done the pump timing, because blowing by on that washer, it could happen again. So, and it could happen on any of the other ones as well. So with it being retarded, it's firing late. Okay, so the blow by I'm getting is unburnt diesels coming out along with combustion smoke as well, because it's obviously blowing by on both compressions, on both strokes. Right. Anyway, let's roll this footage that I've done. So, firstly, apologies for the shaky camera here. It's very hard and awkward to get in here, and I was actually using the camera to see what I was actually doing. Now you can see I've marked this injector with a little bit of Tipex, so I know that I'm going to take out the right one. There's a small Allen bolt down there that holds the clamp in place. I believe it was a 6mm, and then just remove your leak off pipes across the top, remove that injector pipe, and once that's all out of the way, the injector should come free. Now with the injector out, you can actually see what's been going on. All these streaks along the head there, that's where combustion gases have been blowing past the seal and forcing diesel and soot out. So this wasn't sealing properly at all. The copper washer was properly stuck in there as well. So I used the engineer's scribe just to carefully work it out. It was very tricky, but using surgical precision, we were able to remove that. And this is the washer itself, completely cooked. You can see it's black, deformed. It's just not sealing anymore, and that looks like it's been blowing for a while. Looking down into the head, you can see how dirty that seat was. Loads of carbon build-up, which is exactly why it couldn't seal properly. After a careful clean, you can see that the seat is a lot cleaner now. It's not about going mad here, just getting it clean enough so that the new washer can actually seal. And so now that's cleaned up, we can refit a new washer and get a proper seal again. But this all goes back to the pump timing being out, because that's what caused the poor combustion and ended up blowing the seal in the first place. Right, so that injector is now back in, but what we didn't show was how we had to clean that surface of that face down there. So what I've had to use, good old length of flexi, like, don't know what it is, like an extension flexi. So we've used that along with some grey Scotch pad. You can see I've just scrolled it up, shoved it in the end. So you've got an idea of what we've been up to, and it's very tight. You can't get in there. If you're doing this job yourself, you'll know that there's no room to get in there. If you've got the short nose, you do have a little bit of access by, you know, putting it into service mode, the front end. This is the long nose. We don't have a service mode at all. So if you strip the whole front end down, or you just do it as it is. So I'm doing it as it is. Now getting in there, because there was blow by on that injector and on that seat, it's the Rosers. Because there's that blow by, I needed to clean the surface as well, so there was a bit of carbon build-up, which you saw. So the way I cleaned it was with this extension, and I've just put a little bit of grey Scotch pad in there. I put it in down the hole. We've just done that really quickly, kept doing it, changed this over several times to different pieces, just kept going, got it clean. And that's the main point, was to get it clean so that it helps seal better. So hopefully we fixed the blow-by issue. Now I've just gone on to do the pump timing, well, have a look at the pump timing, and I think the best bet would be to wait until I do the belts again, because there's no access. So let me have a look, let me show you, sorry. So what you can see down here, I've removed the fuel pump timing cover, and that tensioner just there, which I'm pointing to, that nut right there is a nut that I've got to get off, and it's that stud that's cross-threaded. Well, it's stripped the thread out of the aluminium cylinder head. So I think, because we don't have much access here, because as you can see we've got the air con, an extra coolant hoses, it's just an absolute nightmare. Well, I don't, yeah, it's just hardwired down there, so there's no room to actually get in to do it at the moment. For the time being, I think I'm just going to set the pump timing up and hope that that stays. Yeah, well, it is. I did Loctite that stud in temporarily, and then it's stayed in position for the past 2 years. So another 2 years and we'll address that. But for now, let's get the pump timing sorted out, get that tensioner back in the right place, because that is not looking good. I don't know if you can zoom in, no, but down there it's really, yeah, not good. So we'll get it engine timed up, I'll do the pump timing, and then we'll give it a start, eh? All right, cup of coffee, where you gone? Right, so I've gone ahead, I've set up the pump timing. That's all done now, the injector's done. Might take a while to start because I've done the pump timing via the dial gauge, DTI gauge. So there's going to be air in the there's going to be air in the lines. Right. Did I turn it on? I think I did. Oh. Okay. Let's go. Let's see. Oh. I don't know what that knocking was all about. Oh, that's sorted that right out. Yeah, it's very smoky, and it's going to be smoky for quite a while, because obviously it's been running retarded, and there's going to be a lot of carbon build-up to that in there. Sweet. Well, I'm happy with that. Yeah, what a result. Spot on. Right. So there we have it. Oh no, I can't put it away yet. I haven't secured down the intercooler yet. Still got a bracket to put on. There's me jumping the gun, going, "Oh yeah, we're done now. Happy days. Let's call it a night." Actually, to be fair, it hasn't taken me that long to do this. It's now about 5:30, 5:45. Um, I didn't start till late, and I spent ages on the injector. Went to Halfords. What was that? 1 o'clock. I got back. I went to go get some more brake cleaner because I ran out and I couldn't be bothered to wait for a delivery for a gallon. So I come back and that was continued on the injector till gone 2, and I started on the pump timing. So 3 hours on the pump timing with DTI gauge. Cool. Alright, happy days. Let's call it a day. Right, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and God bless.